You are tuned in to What a Baltimore Online Radio. Please note that the views and opinions expressed are of the host and not of Lady J Media. Thank you and enjoy the show.
I know you do. I know you do, so that's what I do. I give you that kind of love that makes you come back. I'm your pusher, baby. Your pusher.
Hey, little black boy, let me holler at you for a minute. I was once in your place, you should respect what I say. Some of the things I'm about to tell you just may save your life in the world right now much is right. Little black boy, you're gonna see and experience all sorts of things, but don't let your mind be locked in the chain. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Spitfire Poetry Shutdown. I am your host, John Hansboro. It is Wednesday, October 12th, 2022. As you can see, this is a special episode. I am here with my lovely wife, Shalonda Hainesboro. As always, you can get my books on Amazon, Unusual Favor, Spitfire Poetry Volume 1 and Volume 2 are also on Amazon. Make sure you get those if you haven't already, and stay tuned and be on the lookout for Unusual Favor 2, Victory in the Storm. So, without further ado, we have a wonderful, wonderful singer on here today. This is not just my wife. This is definitely my favorite singer, definitely. I've done a couple shows with her. She has a band called Kindred Spirits, and I had the pleasure of doing some shows with her, where we just do, she does a number of songs and I do some poetry along with some of it. So I just want to share two of them today with you all. One is called Baltimore and the other is Afro Blue, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Let's, Shalonda, don't you introduce yourself to everybody? Tell them who you are and what do you do?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Shalonda Hainesboro. I am a singer, amongst other things, a mother, a wife, teacher, learner. But I think you brought me on here to talk about music or about singing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah. What do you think is, so singing is your background. What do you love most about music, though, and singing?
Well, I love all music, instrumental music, classical music, jazz, R&B, you name it. I can find something in every spectrum that I find. But I think the greatest thing that I love about music is not that I'm able to just interpret, what someone has written or what someone wants to write, but I love how music can change the mood to any scene.
Mm-hmm.
You can be in a play with mostly words and you drop a song right there, and it can change the whole mood. You can be in a bad mood and put on one of your favorites and it can change your mood. So I just love what the power of music can do and what it has on people.
Absolutely. And I the same. And it's interesting because just like with music, poetry does the same thing for me that music does for my wife. I have a bond with it. It makes me feel great. I love doing it. And it's just, it's a good release. It's a good way for me to get off a lot of emotions that may be going on. All right. So before we get started, this is brought to you by Butterfly Entertainment. Go to LadyJMedia.com. Go to LadyJMedia@gmail.com so you can follow all the ways to watch the shows on What Up Baltimore. You want to check us out on YouTube, just about anywhere you can find us. You want to stay tuned, all right? Okay, so Baltimore There's a song called Baltimore that my wife introduced me to a few years ago. I would say at least five, by Nina Simone. You know, we love a lot of Nina Simone. Sometimes you might hear her. Other than my wife, Nina Simone may be the only other person that we hear in here, other than like my wife getting prepared to do gospel stuff or getting ready to do a show or a gig or something. And she let me know that Nina Simone has a song called Baltimore. I had no idea. I didn't know. And I actually love it. I love the song. I actually saw she has a video, I believe in it, black and white. She got like a black and white video for it. Yeah, that's really, really nice. So I wanted to give y'all a treat, right? And let you see what just a little bit, because no one, you know, it's normally for stuff like this, we sell tickets to. I'm not, you know what I mean? But anyway, we're just gonna give you a little bit, you know, just in hopes to, you know, change somebody's mood or something. Because I know when my wife sings, my whole mood changes definitely. So I'm gonna let her go ahead. We're gonna start with Baltimore, the song Baltimore. She's just gonna do like the first verse, and then after that, I'm gonna go in with the poem that I do, so you can see exactly what we do. All right? You need what?
No, I'm good. Oh, Baltimore, ain't it hard just to live? I said, oh, Baltimore, ain't it hard just to live, just to live?
What's going on, Baltimore? Are we really that far gone? I looked at social media just the other morning, and a black man photo showed a homeless being forced to move. Eyesores of the city. Where's the help? It's such a pity. Nobody cares, and the residents scared because crime's in the air. Reporting live on the scene is Mr. BNP 13 with the latest update, and our city ain't safe. Who's here for the people? The schools have no heat. Some of them mold has set in, they so old. They close all the wrecks, so our kids step in the street with the tools, not the ones used for school, the prison pipeline. Y'all know I ain't not lying. Our kids, y'all know I ain't lying. Our kids are the ones dying. Where do we draw the line? I think it's about time our politicians earn their dime. Casinos and racing, where they spending that bacon? Are they here for the taking and agenda they gave them? Down on your luck in my city is tough. It could be one of us that's out on the street with nothing to eat. 10 degrees, froze from your knees, and some have special needs. Housing homeless with criminals that's saying something subliminal. And yes, it's that simple. Streets full of vacant houses. And we can't program housing. Astounding. Politicians crowning themselves. It all smells. In a nutshell, the stink of corruption lingers like trucks full of trash. That's a smell you can't mask.
And the people hide their faces and they hide their eyes, 'cause the city's dying and they don't know why. Oh, so we say, oh, Baltimore, ain't it hard just to live? I said, oh, Baltimore, ain't it hard just to live, just to live?
Thank you so much. My favorite singer, guys, Shalonda Hainesboro, you heard it here. Yeah, and I love when we do performances together. It really is. It can be nerve-wracking with the rehearsals and getting prepared and stuff like that, but the process is fun. It really is, and I think it's absolutely helped us and brought us even closer together. We've been married now for 14 years, and we've been together for 16. And we went through some trials and tribulations. So that's what I was saying. You should grab the book, Unusual Favor. All right. Unusual Favors on Amazon. You can get that on Amazon right now, or you can email me at John Hansboro, the number 13 at gmail.com. You can hit me on Messenger, Facebook, Instagram. I can mail you a copy. I can bring it to your doorstep. However you want it, I can get the book to you. All right. But we're going to keep it going because my wife actually has something that she has to be somewhere she has to be. So I'm going to go ahead and do Afro Blue. Can we do Afro Blue? That's another song that she put me down with that I had no idea about. It's just Afro Blue is the perfect jazz song that's being played somewhere in like a nice after hour spot. You know, you got a nice cigar, nice drink, whatever, talking with your lady, having a good time. And I just love the melody of it. So we're just going to go ahead and do that really fast. This is Afro Blue.
Dream of a land my soul is from. I hear a hand stroke on the drum. Shades of delight, cocoa hue, rich as the night, Afro blue. Shades of delight, cocoa hue, rich as the night, Afro blue.
Shades of delight in the hue is blue. Jazzy summer nights, me plus you as we share that bottle of passion fruit. Not in a dark place with blue lights in our face, but that Afro blue after hours jazz spot. Yeah, you should come through. Just look for the flashing AB letters lit up in blue. Sometimes the A flickers off and on. That's the sign that it's on. If you know, come through the back door and see everyone moving in motion in a sea of blue with Afro picks too.
Two young lovers dance face to face with undulating grace. They gently sway and slip away to some secluded place. Shades of delight, cocoa hue, rich as the night, Afro blue. Shades of delight, cocoa hue, rich as the night, Afro blue.
All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for coming on, honey. I love you. I love what you do. You know you're my favorite singer. There's anything you want to say to the people before you go? You want to say anything? How can we follow you? Because I know people would like to know where you, because you do gigs. She sings all the time. She really does. She loves it. So just tell the people how they can follow you, how they can get in touch with you if they need someone to sing at their wedding, bar mitzvah, I don't know, anything.
Well, first of all, if you need to get in contact with me for any gigs, my manager's sitting right here. You can contact him. He usually handles that portion of it. But of course, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, Shalonda Hainesboro. You can also find me on YouTube under Shalonda Hainesboro. I think that's about all the ways that you can find. It's been a while since I've been up here. It's kind of odd looking at myself again. But I thank you for having me again this evening. Today was packed for me today with some of my other ventures. I didn't talk about that.
Okay.
I'm moving into, I guess, beautification. I love doing hair. I love all aspects of hair, mainly hair care, and providing people with their basic hair care. I'm stepping up into some glue-ins and some sew-ins. I'm trying to move up into that neighborhood and working on my hours at school. But that's also one other thing. I like making people feel good. So I'm going inside with the voice and outside with the hair. So need your hair done. It's a one stop. Come get your voice fixed, hair done, makeup done. Right here in one place by Shalonda. Thank you for having me, babe. I love you.
All right, I love you too. Thank you so much, baby. All right, guys, that is my lovely lady, Shalonda Hainesboro. Um, when I do any features anywhere, you want this, honey? When I do any features anywhere, uh, an added treat is for me to bring her with me. So you're not just hearing me do poetry, you know what I mean? You get to hear her voice and get to hear her share her gift, you know, what God has given her naturally. So, like I said, stay tuned for Unusual Favor 2, Victory in the Storm, and also Spitfire Poetry Volume 3. All right. I want to share a few more poems from out of my Spitfire catalog right now. Excuse me. This is called A Feeling in My Gut. All right. A Feeling in My Gut. This is out in Spitfire Poetry Volume 1. I want to thank any and everybody who has purchased a book from me, supported me in any way with a t-shirt or, you know, a book. I do appreciate you. Definitely appreciate your constant just being there. You know, you never know. You have no idea how good it feels to have someone be appreciative of what you're doing, all right, and share with you how you made them feel. You know, like my wife, I do like that. I'm not just I like to make people feel good as well too. But if I'm not feeling good, I can't make you feel good. So I need to feel good, and that's where poetry comes in for me, definitely. So anyway, let's just get to this. This is called A Feeling in My Gut. I'm just going to ride out the next half hour with some poetry for you guys. I have another guest on next week that I do not want to mention just yet. I want to surprise you all with that one as well. So be sure to check me out. Today is the 12th, so check me out October 19th, 7 o'clock, 7 to 8. You know where I'm at, right here with our Baltimore online radio. All right. A feeling in my gut. A feeling in my gut. I can't explain it. Encourage myself. Remember, I made it. Some couldn't take it. Only a chosen few can endure like I do. I put on a face, mask it with a smile, but really the sad clown is the feeling I have inside. Struggling day to day, nobody knows your pain. You hide what you go through, your skin's still black and blue from the way that they left you. In an unfamiliar place, what the devil meant for evil in a tight space was somewhere for me to go and create. God rushed my brain with all kinds of things. So I grabbed my pen and started to begin my healing process. Without it, I'm a mess. I put it all on paper, going in like a caper, holding nothing back, carefully planning my attack. Straight to the body, wham down, he's all lost. Take the head off his shoulders, send him to Mars. A feeling in my gut, I can't explain it. Woke up this morning, depression just washed over me. Dropped the kids off at school, then I felt lonely. So I walk my dog. When I talk, he just listens. There's no back talk. Following orders is his mission. After my morning walk, I felt a spark of ideas. So I pulled on the flame, a hit straight to the brain. Words started bouncing around. I couldn't control the sounds as they rained down on me. No rain jacket turned up loud. I wanted to feel it all on me. In an unfamiliar place again, but this time I brought my pen. It's sort of like my GPS with all sorts of routes to get me to my destination. My pen is my staff. I use it without a mask. I commit a crime with no remorse, drag the bodies to the morgue and then double back for more. It's a feeling in my gut. I can't explain it. Look in the mirror and remember I made it. All right. I want to share one of my favorites with you all, which is poetry is my therapy. Of course, some of you may have heard this before, some of you may not. All right, but this is poetry is my therapy. Poetry is my therapy. It gets me through so much shit. When I put pen to paper, it gets me through so much shit. Pushing and pressing my pen, the ink is insulin. 6 units before breakfast, I count my carbs. I can't be reckless. Maintain a decent sugar level, because if my shit drop, it can be detrimental. Poetry, that's my therapy. Back and forth to the dispensary, I need the right strain. What do you got for inflammation and pain? Terpene, limonene, I don't know what the fuck you mean. I want the indica hybrid sativa Anita that marries a cheetah because everybody see a poetry. That's my therapy. Something happens when I go to create. It's just something about putting the right word with the right line to make them both come together like you and your partner at the same time. 2 souls sharing the same vibe, poetry. That's my therapy. I press every day, man. Giving up is not an option. A devil going down today. You know, man, that nigga, we stay boxing. He got me on the ropes. But I'm guard body Ali. I hit him with the rope-a-dope. The champ is here. The champ is here. And I fight every ounce of fear. I just do it like Nike, the goddess of victory. You know he's in here. Poetry. That's my therapy. Sometimes it keeps me up at night. It's the little light in mine that keeps me up writing that one last line. I need it. I need it. I need it like the air I breathe. If I didn't have it, tell me where would I be? I could have been serving a 1 to 3. My wife and kids could have buried me, but poetry. Poetry is my therapy. All right, guys. I want to share another one. This is out of Spitfire Poetry Volume 2. I'm going to share this one, then I want to talk about something really quick before I go into another poem. So this is called Anywhere But Here. Anywhere But Here. This is in Spitfire Poetry Volume 2, available on Amazon. If you don't have it, make sure you go and grab it, all right? I would take a jet, you know, a Lear. Man, I would fly anywhere but here. I would go any time of the year to anywhere but here. Don't care about the weather, rain, sleet, or snow. Let's just go anywhere but here. Feel the sun on your back, lay in the grass like a deer. Anywhere but here. Toes in the sand, no need for an umbrella here. It's always the perfect weather. You can leave your sweater. Come on, let's go. The time is here to go anywhere but here. Anywhere but here. That was one of my favorites too at one time. Anywhere but here. All right. Before I do, I want to share one of my poems that I kind of really, this is for like the young teenagers, the kids. But this is called Lesson Class Seminar Session. All right, Lesson Class Seminar Session. If you haven't been to the poetical experience of the I Am Woke play, I do this poem and a couple other ones and like maybe like 2 other ones in this production. Shout out to the whole I Am Woke family and to the table. Yeah, I do this in that poetical experience that we do. And I don't know, just lately, man, it's so much going on. It's so much going on. I think a lot of us are frustrated and with the kids and things that are going on in the schools and the fighting and the shooting and things of that nature. I don't know. It's scary because you have no idea what, you send your babies to school and you never know what's going on. You know what I mean? They're fighting, and, parents getting involved because they are tired of their child. No one wants their child being bullied or anything. I get it. But, we all got to do something to just try to come together, man, and do something. These babies are watching everything that we do. They really are. So anyway, I'm not going to get on that soapbox right now. But if you are watching and you can hear my voice, I love you and I appreciate you. And this is called Lesson Class Seminar Session, all right? See if I can go all the way through this without stopping it. That's enough something. Lesson Class Seminar Session. Just a few things our people are missing. See, you can't complete the job without the right tools. That's why they don't care what happens in our schools. They know you're not going to a parent-teacher night. Your kid failing in geometry, but you got all the angles. Take that picture at the stoplight. Live a different life on social media. You don't want it unless it comes expedient. Lesson, class, seminar, session. Just a few things my people are missing. Financial literacy. What the hell is that? I'm glad you asked. Because you all invest your stacks in J's and handbags at zero growth and no return. In the end, nothing's earned, but you fresh to death with nothing left, waiting on your mother next stimulus check. Invest in yourself so you make the hours. If you work hard enough, it's you that's empowered. Lesson, class, seminar, session, just a few things our people are missing. Set a goal and stay focused. And when you reach that goal, set a goal and stay focused. Try your best to be consistent. Make the negative non-existent. He gave you a helpmate, but you chose the assistant. Lesson, class, seminar, session is just a few things our people are missing. All right. Lesson, class, seminar, session. I don't think I've ever, I've talked about why I wrote that because, things that go on in everyday life in our communities and things of that nature. But the idea of the, it's not the cadence. It's just a way, shout out to Cassandra, Queen of the Pen Newkirk. All right. That sister right there is a phenomenal poet herself. And she did a poem one time that was dealing with money. It says something about the weight of a dollar and that she just went on into how we in our culture spend our money and what we do, where our priorities are and things of that nature. And she did it on my show actually. And it sparked me to do lesson, class, seminar, session. This is what I love, like just to be around poets and get that feeling, get that vibe. So I want to do another one that's also in that play of I Am Woke. Okay, this is another one that I did for our boys, our young boys and girls, really. But this is really called Hey Little Black Boy. This was done because of one of my other sisters in poetry. Shout out to author, poetless Shakespeare. All right. One of the open mics I used to do open mics in 2018, 2017. And one of the open mics that I did, she came and she always does her thing. If you're a poet in Baltimore, you know who author, poetless Shakespeare is. But she did a poem called Little Black Girl, and that shit just stuck with me. I got two girls, and I just love the way she did it, the way she delivered it. She's really, pretty much talking to these young people. And she was real with it. She put everything in there that will make them think if they listen to it. That would make them think. So that sparked off for me to want to write Hey Little Black Boy. All right. So let's just go with that real quick. All right. Hey little black boy, let me holler at you for a minute. See, because I was once in your place, so you should respect what I say. Some of the things I'm about to tell you, it just may save your life in a world where not much is right. Little black boy, you're going to see and experience all sorts of things, but don't let your mind be locked in them chains. You'll come across bits and pieces of racism. But your school system will claim they trying to relate to what you face every day. Little black boy, watch where you play and mind what you say. I know in school they tell you we all are equal, but it's fine print at the bottom of that statement. Little black boy, at 12 years old, you could be gunned down for being in the wrong part of town. Little black boy, as you grow into your teenage years, that's when this shit starts to get real. Keep yourself active. Don't hang with them bastards. Learn a trade, shorty. Anything with your hands. Just keep up your grades. Little black boy, listen to your elders. Be respectful. They can teach you some things. But you know everything, right? Don't be stupid, little black boy. They were here before you. You can learn from their stories. Did you know you have to work twice as hard when competing for that job? Little black boy, don't dress like a slob. Keep yourself clean. It don't have to be expensive. It's still going to look mean. Little black boy, the man make the clothes. Don't listen to them hoes. Little black boy, stay off them blocks. You may think it's slick till you in jail taking dick and washing outfits. Little black boy, that life ain't for you. And that's cool. Don't be a fool. Stay in school. You may bend some rules, but always, always be true to who you are. A soldier in battle. That horn sounds every day, little black boy. Keep God in your life and pray every day. All right. I want to share. Oh, no, not that. I want to share another poem right now. I'm just going to keep it going out. This is called Flatline. This is out of, this is volume 1. So this is out of Spitfire Poetry, volume 1, available on Amazon. All right. Flatline. I was flatlined, but it wasn't my time. He interceded with the blood he was bleeding. Let me start that over. I'm sorry. I got to run that back. Shout out to everybody tuning in. I appreciate all you guys. Love y'all. Flatlined. I was flatlined, but it wasn't my time. My God interceded with the blood he was bleeding. The curtain was closing. My body was frozen. I felt helplessly chosen. I didn't ask for this, Joseph. This thing was given. The old John is missing, but not on a milk carton. See, I walk from the valley, so no one can stand me. Like a tree, I stand planted. I was given another chance. When I think of it, I dance. I go into a trance from remembering when the devil thought that he had the win. When I came to the doctors, they lined the wall. I thank God nobody had to make the call. No report of the time, no mother's crying. He gave me more time to get it right, despite the life I lived before that very night. The night I thought it could be over was just the beginning of a story not ending. Flatline, but it wasn't my time. Still so much to do with such little time. So don't waste it on hate or determining others' fate. It's no debate. I was flatlined, but it wasn't my time. Because my God interceded with the blood he was bleeding. Man, I'm starting to get a feeling. Oh shit. Starting to get a feeling. Ooh, let's do this. All right, this is called Clean Getaway. Clean Getaway. All right. You thought you had me, but he wouldn't let me stay. A clean getaway. That's what they would say. Take it day by day. Make sure that you pray. Don't give it away telling this one and that one. They can't make it happen. Look at your man. He's laughing. You were full of sin, now he's bringing you in. Gave you a pen to use in your battle. Now I dismantle Satan's whole castle. He came after me when I couldn't see, took me to my knees, left me there to bleed. But the blood covered me. I still can't believe he's getting a message through a Negro like me. There must be a reason he came back for me, and my enemies didn't rejoice over me. But how could this be? They still don't believe. Amongst two or three, that's all that you need. Stay focused, you'll see. Got away with such speed. Quick indeed the devil could be, slick in his ways. But don't be afraid, you cannot be strayed. Stay focused on him, that's the way that you win. Go help a friend who's come to a bend in the road. From a toad to a fraud, I got away, now I'm gone, never to return. The sun creates burns, but hell is where you burn. All right. Oh, y'all remember when we were going through that silliness with the government shutdown and things of that nature? That was crazy. I'm going to share something. So I wrote two of those. I wrote government shutdown 1 and 2, I believe. Yeah, 1 and 2. All right, so let's do 1. This is this is government shutdown, called government shutdown. Government shutdown. What a bunch of clowns. CNN pay-per-view, people are played, some simply stayed and made a mess. Republicans huddled up, pointing fingers at Democrats, countries on edge. We could. Everyone is divided and so short-sighted. Votes, vetoes, veterans opposed. Votes, vetoes, veterans supposed to be about the betterment for all mankind. Spineless spectators watch neighbors who are favored. Can't trust my neighbor, this world in such danger. Climate control, our president, that troll. He tweets on Twitter late night with no filter. Some people love it. I pray for the suffering. What's next is the question. Every time Jeff said Sessions, we're coming to a deal, but House reps appeal, negotiations, blaming each other like there's no one other in sight. Trump leads with no light. What do we have to lose, he says. Everything after you. Stripped from their duty. Somebody yelled mutiny. This guy's unruly. Somebody call Caesar or Scotty B. See ya. This been happening all year. He's not sincere. Was he drunk off a beer? His mouth is foul and his speeches go viral because people they follow don't look at tomorrow. America the Great. Can this guy keep us safe? All right, let's do government shutdown 2 while we on that. Government shutdown number 2. Government shutdown. Why don't they impeach the clown? Dividing the people, spreading hate and evil. He don't feel for the people who on pins and needles trying to make ends meet. Their pockets are empty. Bills are stacking. Homeland to airport security affected by immaturity of a toddler running the country. He just thinks it's funny. Separating families, moving them around to unfamiliar places. The crazy thing is, some of our people voted for this Trump, thinking he would make a change, a bunch of runaway slaves. Can't you see the line is drawn? It's survival of the haves and have-nots, an evil plot. They want our history forgotten. I'll just shut it down till I get what I want, he says. Republicans related are now changing faces. This mess is amazing, going on right under our noses. We get distracted week to week from a viral video of the R. Kelly show. Government shutdown as he flies around on a lead jet with luxury seats. Who cares if they eat? It's a shithole country. Intimidation and fear, or how it's made clear. Think it's a joke or some kind of hoax? and you show up for work and your clearance revoked, it felt like you choked when you read the notice, insufficient funds. Now panic's begun. No tax returns, forget the assistance. With so much resistance, countries on edge because of something he said. Some schools' water fountains pump nothing but lead. We must make a stand. There's no time for plan because our country's sinking right into quicksand. Government shutdown, we've been here before. If a change is not made, we will endure much more. All right, that was out of Spitfire Poetry Volume 2. Okay, Spitfire Poetry Volume number 2. I hope everybody is having a good day so far today or this evening now. And carry right on into tomorrow. Do whatever you got to do to keep your peace. Do whatever you got to do to keep your peace and don't feel bad about it. Do it. You deserve to be peaceful no matter what. You deserve to have peace. All right? So make sure you just try and protect your peace. Sometimes you got to tell that person, you know what? I got to call you right back. Let me call you right back. Sometimes you just, sometimes you're in a conversation. You know what? I got to. I forgot. Oh, look at the time. I gotta go. I love you so much. I'll see you next time. All right. I think I did the raindrops keep falling, and I did the addiction before. I did help me. No, I did help me before. Let me do quarantine. That's one of my favorites. This is called Quarantine. I wrote this during the quarantine, of course, 2020. That was a crazy time, man. We're still dealing with the after effects of that. I would still encourage everybody to do what you have to do to stay safe. Whatever's best for you and your family and the people around you that you can do to stay safe, do it. Definitely do it. Quarantines, trying my patient, that's a true understatement. That shit's running short like a fat ass nigga on a basketball court. My kids eating up all the goddamn food. They saying depressing shit on the news. Got my mama confused and worried. Lord, help her find something to do. My 8-year-old was up to 4 a.m. This mess gotta end. What you gonna do when Hogan come down on you with the 8 p.m. curfew? Get all the essentials. I write with pens, not pencils, so it can't be erased. I learned from my mistakes. Tired of containment, I walk from my bedroom to my basement, spending time in every room. What else is there to do? Barbershops close and hair salons too. Your lady tries to line up your bed, just stop it. And she looks like she stuck her finger in a socket, hairdo is whack, she gotta put on a hat. If my kids ask me for another snack, I think I may snack. If I hear the word unsub one more time, my wife gotta chill with this Criminal Minds. Episode after episode, how many series they got? I'm gonna unplug this Fire Stick and turn off this Wi-Fi. All right. Anyway, here I did that. That was my first one. Oh, you know what? So I have something in all of my poetry books that I put in there. It's like a short piece, really, but it just explains why I write. Okay, I wrote this. I know in 2019. I didn't release this until almost 2021. Unusual Favor I released first, right after my birthday in 2020. And also, thank you for everybody who has purchased Unusual Favor and is still getting it off of Amazon. I love you. I appreciate you. I really do. I really do. I promise you, Unusual Favor 2 is just around the corner. It really is. All right. This is called Why I Write. I put this in all of the poetry books that I'm going to release. I'm going to have this in, what's this? It's like a second or third page of the book before the table of contents. But I just wanted to explain a little bit of why I write and what it does for me. Right? I write for the people who cannot. I'm sorry, let me run that back because this is important, right? All right, how much time we got? Right. Why I write. I write for the people who cannot express themselves. I write for the people without a voice. I write for the dreamers. I write for those who can't quit even if they wanted to. I write for our future leaders. I write for any non-believers. I write to motivate and encourage our people to press their way. Press your way. Press your way. I think I have I wrote a poem called Press. It may be in Spitfire 1. Let's see. Maybe in Spitfire Poetry 1. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, it's called Press. But let's do a new day. I want to share this with you all too, right? Mental health is crazy, it's real. People going through all types of stuff out here. You know what I mean? Check on the people around you I'm sorry. Check on the people around you and you know, make sure that you're in a good space too. You know what I mean? Because you can't be any help to anyone else if you're not in a good space yourself, you know. All right, this is called A New Day. This is a Spitfire Poetry Volume 1. It's a new day. I've seen many things, but none just the same. It's a new day I hear, but don't shed a tear. It's a new day. That fear went away. What you don't do today is for a new day, a new way of thinking instead of your mind stinking of thoughts of yesterday, because tomorrow's a new day. Fresh opportunities, the person that loosened me, I'm not for the scrutiny. A new day, I do believe, is a chance to make it right. When a bird takes flight and spreads its wings, a new day brings beautiful springs, sunlight that beams and heats up your skin. A new day brings things unseen and put in perspective. This is not just a message, somebody might end it. Being suspended in space, they gave up their race. A new day, a new space to go and create another way. A new day can bring so much change. Don't give up today, for tomorrow's a new day. What a difference it makes. A new day. A new day is no mistake. All right, let's do my pencil in me. I'm feeling something. This is called My Pencil in Me. My pencil and me feel so good when we're together, comforts me like a warm sweater. Cable's lit, but I ain't watching it. My pencil and me, we got places to be. I got issues, you see. So my pencil bleeds and speaks when I don't want to talk. My pencil strikes up conversation, creates energy, and keeps me with that inner me so I can express myself frequently. I keep him close. His nickname is Toast. He spits fire that'll heat your ass up. Tangerine in your chest, I'm not the one to test. And I confess, I have slipped and I've fallen, but I got up and I kept brawling. My pencil and me, a dynamic duo, because there's three's company when my pen feels jealousy. So she rides shotgun and the pencil is in the trunk. The mechanical pumps cannons till it's empty. Then I grab the lead and reload again. Automatic fire, rapid shots are heard from blocks. Alert neighborhood watch. There's a shooting spree and anybody can get it. Keep your vest. I'll send it to you fitted. Thought he was a terrorist, so I ripped through his new era. Watermelon splatter like Gallagher on stage with a hammer and full of stamina. My pencil and me go everywhere together. Nobody knows me better. Finishes my letter, settles all my disputes. When I write, I put you on mute. Your spirit I rebuke like a funky green rash just makes me want to puke. My pencil and me been through it, you see. Puts me on one knee, so I pray faithfully. Lord, keep me covered. You know I don't like them buzzards. Just a ball of bad energy. Send them to a new century. My pencil and me will continue our quest until God says enough and he puts me to rest. All right. I want to leave y'all with my absolute favorite. I'm not even going to say the title. I'm just going to go in with it. They say all the less shouting isn't necessary. But what have they been through that's colder than the month of February? I'm talking about news that'll make your body ache, So it's out of your control, so you feel you got to participate. It was all good just a week ago. Now I'm in the doctor's office, and they planning my treatment, though. My work has come to a halt, but my bills are longer than a tree stump. I stand in line for aid and assistance. All the while, I feel I'm losing my existence. The lady behind that desk looked at me as a stereotype. Now I've realized in 96 hours prior, I ran a work site. I feel like my back's against the wall, so I pick up the phone, but who do I call? I was stripped of everything with nothing to spare as I laid on a cold, hard table and stared in the air. God, is this it? Will I see my wife and kids again? If I die and my babies cry, who'll make them grin again? My life was saved, though it was full of sin. My doctor said, take a few of these and your pain will come to an end. But no, I must keep going. There's no time to break. But my back's against the wall. And the devil don't hesitate. When he came to me to convince me of my fate, I refused to be a victim and told him, clown, you're too late. When I realized who brought me through it all, my vision became clear as he showed me a picture of it all. He said, son, didn't I tell you I would never let you fall? It was then I decided to serve him in the midst of it all. So if you see me go crazy or start to bang on a wall, it's my way of praising him because he brought me through it all. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I love you all. Stay safe, be vigilant. All right, stay tuned for Brother Chad's show coming up at 8 o'clock. Also, follow What Up Baltimore on Saturday morning. If you can, get up and go into the community church and hear our the lovely Dr. Charlene Jenkins. I forget the other goddess, Dr. Jenkins. She's a phenomenal lady. It really is. And it's a pleasure to be on this network, Lady J. I love it. So look, y'all. Check me out next Wednesday, 7 to 8, October 19th. I have a wonderful guest that's going to be on. I'm not going to say it just yet. I'd rather share the flyers and, maybe make a video this week. I appreciate everybody for following me and supporting me. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Like I say all the time, if you want to be blessed, you got to bless somebody else, all right? Be safe, guys.